What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Type 1 in the chat if you are fired up right now. 1 in the chat. Let's have a great stream today. Wonderful stream. I'm going to read off all of the injury reports right now. Everything that has just been spammed at me on Twitter, I'm going to read every single inactive or active on the screen. I'm going to read it off right quick. Thank you guys all for coming out. Love all you guys. All right. So inactives, actives. Alvin Kamara officially active. J.K. Dobbins officially active. Bears cornerback Jalen Johnson out today. Bills starting center Mitch Morse out against Miami. Jordan Poyer officially inactive for the Bills. Jameis seems to be going. So the biggest news is Jameis and Kamara both in. Josh Jacobs in as well. Josh Jacobs was just sick, so I'm not surprised he's playing. Hayden Hurst's groin was a little bit banged up. He's in. Waiting out a little bit more news. It's crazy. The craziest news I've seen, Gabe Davis is good, is Brian Robinson just running on the sideline before this game for the Washington Commanders. It's just crazy to see, like, something that amazing happen, right? Where something so terrible happens, and now the guy is just all good to go. Like, literally 3 weeks later. It's honestly insane. So I'll keep updating you guys with the news as it goes. So let's do it, baby. Thank you guys all for joining the stream. Glad this motherfucker is here for kickoff. I fucking liked and subscribed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Rodgers or Wentz today? I'm going with Wentz. Hollywood or Dortch? We're going with Hollywood. Cam Akers, Traylon Burks, Russell Gage, DJ Moore. We're going with DJ Moore. What up, Nick? What up? Good sir. Keenan Allen, Alvin Kamara, Allen Robinson, Curtis Samuel. I'm going Keenan Allen and Alvin Kamara. We still don't know about Keenan Allen yet. DeAndre Swift is officially in. DeAndre Swift is in. Thank you, Meet the Woo. Should I trade Alvin Kamara and Cooks for JT and Hollywood? I would do that. Sutton or Elliott? Sutton for sure. Need a wide receiver to flex. DJ Moore, AJ Dillon, Curtis Samuel, Brandon Cooks, Juju Smith-Schuster. Let's go DJ Moore and Brandon Cooks. Pick 3, Michael Thomas, Curtis Samuel, Keenan Allen, Drake London, A.J. Brown. We're going to go with Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen, and A.J. Brown. Again, I'm assuming both Herbert and Keenan Allen play until I hear otherwise. So DeAndre Swift is in. T.J. Hawkinson is in. Gabe Davis in. Corey Davis in. Dawson Knox in. Jacoby Myers out. Jacoby Myers is not playing today. Taysom Hill out. Marlon Humphrey active. Marcus Peters active. Jameis Winston active. A lot of news coming all at once. So the big ones are Alvin Kamara in, Dobbins in, Gabe Davis in, Hayden Hurst in, Josh Jacobs in, Dawson Knox in, and the outs are Jacoby Myers and Taysom Hill both out. Kirk Cousins or Matthew Stafford? I'm going Kirk. I had this prick keep hitting me up to rip off trade requests, so I offered him my kicker for Josh Allen. That shut him the hell up. That's pretty funny. It's a good trade, though. What's up, guys? Shane, Nick, Goat, pick 2. Mike Williams, Michael Pittman, or Curtis Samuel, and Joey B or Matthew Stafford. Both have been struggling. Hopefully 1 hits today. Great question. So, Michael Pittman, I'm assuming, is going to play. Let me just check that he's playing. I thought he was playing based upon what I read yesterday. Michael Pittman, Roto World. Roto World is where I check every injury. It's not even called Roto World anymore. They switched to NBC Sports Edge, which just sounds fucking stupid. Colts coach Frank Reich said Michael Pittman is ready to go. So Michael Pittman is in. So we're playing Michael Pittman, and then we are going to play Mike Williams. Assuming we definitely are assuming right now Justin Herbert's going to play. If he doesn't play, go with Curtis Samuel, and then Joey B or Matthew Stafford. I'm gonna have to go with Joe Burrow. I feel like Joe Burrow is in a really good spot this week to just dominate up against the Jets. And I feel like everyone and their mom thinks that. So maybe the Jets are going to pull off a crazy win, right? They're going to knock down the Cincinnati Bengals to 0-3. But frankly, I think that at the end of the day, I'd go with Joe Burrow. I think he's just going to have a better game. And that matchup against the Jets is simple. So again, Michael Pittman and Mike Williams. If Herbert doesn't play, it's Michael Pittman and Curtis Samuel, and then we're going to go with Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow. Thank you for the donation, Frank, as well. Hi, pick 3, Curtis Samuel, Zeke with DL, Leonard Williams questionable, Sterling Shepard, Gabe Davis questionable, Julio Jones questionable, Darrell Henderson. So Gabe Davis is in, based on what I just read. Gabe Davis said he's going to be 100%. I don't necessarily believe he's actually 100% because I watched a video of him running the other day and he didn't look 100%. But besides Xavier Howard, the Dolphins really don't have that many good corners. I watched all the Dolphins games. And I just know that Gabe Davis might just burn the fuck out on one of those guys and score like a 40, 50-yard touchdown. So I'm going to go with Gabe Davis. We're going to go with Curtis Samuel, lock him in. I'm expecting a big game out of Curtis Samuel. And then I would probably go with Darrell Henderson over Zeke. I know Zeke could have a good game, but man, Zeke just has not looked good. I'm expecting Zeke to struggle this week. So I'm going to go Curtis Samuel, Gabe Davis, and Darrell Henderson. Thank you for the donation. Hawkinson or Everett? We're going to go with Everett. Oh, that's so close. I would go with Everett personally. Juju or Sterling Shepard? I'm going with Juju. Should I start Aaron Jones? Of course you should. Dolphins win today by 17, actually 24, but I agree. Dobbins or CH? I'd go CH. Should I flex Breece Hall, JK, or Ayuk? I'd go JK. Start one Brady or Rodgers, or sit both of them, pick up Mariota. I would play Brady. If Herbert plays, and if he doesn't, flex Kirk or Mike Will. If Herbert plays, you're playing Mike Will. If he doesn't, you're going Kirk. Keenan or Judy? I would play Keenan Allen, assuming he plays. Assuming he plays, and assuming that Herbert plays. But again, that's not locked in yet. Constantly refreshing Twitter to get the updates. Any other inactives? Terrence Marshall inactive. That's not really super important for fantasy. For like redraft leagues. All right. Gotta start crunching out my lineups in a couple of minutes for DraftKings. Hello, man. Please pick one. Michael Pittman, Mike Williams, Michael Thomas, or T. Higgins. I have Burrow and Mixon in my lineup standard league. Let's go with... I'm going with Michael Pittman. You have a stacked receiver core. Team's fucking nice with it. Sup, Nick? London or Dotson, Penny or AJ Dillon? Let's go with London. London's been seeing a very large target share. All right, I'll answer your question in a second, Shane. London or Dotson? I would go with London. I just feel like he's a little bit more safe. And Dotson's been playing well, but it's because he's been scoring touchdowns, and he's only getting a couple targets a game. So if he doesn't score a touchdown, you're in for a bad day with Dotson, which doesn't mean you shouldn't start him. But in this scenario, I'd start London. And then Penny or A.J. Dillon, I'm definitely going A.J. Dillon. I think Penny could have a good game, but at the end of the day, I just don't feel comfortable with him anymore. I think I was wrong on him. Nick, the Chargers game starts later than the Commanders game. Yeah, so if you want to keep it safe, you can just play Curtis Samuel. They're both pretty good. So I wouldn't mind doing that. Sup, Nick? Curtis Samuel or Patterson? I'm going to go with Cordarrelle Patterson. What up, Nick? What's up, Legendary One? If you think James Conner is out, who would I start? Well, James Conner is going to play based upon what I've read. So let me pull that up again. James Conner. Again, these are 4 o'clock games, so we're not going to know necessarily, but I think he's going to play. James Conner ankle is tracking to play. Schefter noted Conner will have to test his ankle pregame before getting the final green light. Conner rolled his ankle in week 2 up against the Raiders and was unable to return after exiting in the third quarter. He was able to get in a pair of limited practice at the end of the week. It is possible that the Cardinals limit his touches. Yeah, I would just play James Robinson in that case, I guess. Lockett or James Robinson? James Robinson. Weird facts: Jared Goff is quarterback 8. Flacco is one of 2 quarterbacks with 300 yards in his first 2 games. Yeah, Joe Flacco's elite. Don't you know that, Captain Spock? Olave, Noah Brown, or Dobbins? I'm gonna go Dobbins. Dobbins or Penny? Dobbins. Flacco, Jimmy G, or Russ? I'm going with Russ. Knox, Ingram, Thomas, or Hurts? I'm assuming that means Hurst. I'm going Knox. Samuel, Dotson, Dortch, pick 2. I'm going with the 2 Washington Commanders. And then I'm gonna go with Knox. Oh no, I'm gonna go Higbee over Knox, I think. Hawkinson or Conklin? I'm playing Hawkinson. Sanders or CH? Yo, I need help. Bateman or Patterson the flex? I'd go with Bateman. Zeke Jacobs or Michael Carter? I'm going with Zeke. No, I'd go Josh Jacobs. Garrett Wilson or Rashad Master Bateman. I'm going Bateman. Start Damian Pierce over Jeff Wilson. I would go Jeff Wilson personally. Meet the woo. Pierce or Henderson. Let's go with Henderson. Um, Jacobs or Sanders. I would go with Sanders. Sanders is another one of those guys that I may be wrong on, but I'm not closing the book yet because we did see in week one they wanted to use a lot of running backs. Let's see what happens going forward. Joshy Jacobs or Bateman. I'm going Bateman for sure. Aguilar or Dortch. MT, Hollywood, Bateman, McLaurin. Great question. MT and Bateman. Just so you guys know, I'm not skipping over anyone. If I don't answer your question, just put it in the chat again. I'm clicking around as to not lose the more recent chats because I don't also want to lose if someone super chats and they pay money. I don't want to lose their question. So again, I'm not trying to avoid anything you guys are saying. I like all you guys, so don't think I'm just purposely avoiding you. That's why the show's fire. I think I was wrong about him. Unlike other shows, Nick has no problem admitting when he's wrong. Thank you. Yeah, you always got to admit when you're wrong, right? There's always going to be some scenarios where I'm blatantly wrong. That's okay, right? You shouldn't expect someone to be right about everything, right? There's luck that plays into things as well, obviously. Garrett Wilson or A Rob? I would go with A Rob. Full PPR, need a flex. Ayuk, Brees Hall, Dobbins, MVS, Jamal Williams. Definitely appreciate all you do. Thank you very much. I would go with Dobbins. I sat Amari Cooper, who killed it for J.K. Dobbins. I hope Dobbins goes off today. I think Dobbins will have a good game. Yeah, I didn't think Amari Cooper would do that good either. There was reports of heavy wind, which was true. It wasn't fake. There was wind, and then everything just kind of went his way. Right? We expect a low scoring game. The game goes very high scoring. It is what it is. Is Debo a bust? No, it's only week two. It's only week three, so don't panic yet. Javante Williams or AJ Dillon? Javante Williams. Christian Kirk or Mike Williams? I would go Christian Kirk. Two or Stafford. I'm going Stafford. Debo is not a bust, Lamau. Yeah, don't panic yet. ETN or Pierce, bro? I'm going Pierce. Scantling, Traylon Burks, or Sterling Shepard. If you want to risk it all, play MVS. If you want to be safe, go Shepard. DJ Moore or Garrett Wilson? I would go with DJ Moore, but I'm starting to get lower and lower on DJ Moore. Seems like Matt Rule is just a certified dumbass, and we are never going to get the true DJ Moore experience until that fraud is fired. Tough scene. Half PPR DJ Chark do baby Shark. Or Greg Dortch. I'm going Dortch. Dortch, baby. I was wrong on ETN so far. I was really in on ETN, and then I started fading away from ETN a little bit more. I still drafted him in a bunch of best ball drafts. So that portfolio isn't looking the best, but you win some, you lose some, right? I'm sure we all expected fucking James Robinson to come back and look like like he never got hurt, right? Like I'm sure everyone thought that was going to happen, right? I'm only kidding, obviously. There's no way anyone thought that was going to happen. So you win some, you lose some, right, guys? So don't worry too much if you miss on a player. It's okay. Fantasy football is hard sometimes, guys. Full PPR, Wilson Jr. or Kamara, and then Pitts or Everett. I'm gonna go with Pitts. We riding with Kamara. I want to roll with Damian Pierce. Yeah, you got to play Kamara. You guys just said the opposite. This is tough. Yeah, sometimes we're going to say different things if you ask multiple people. Again, some of these players that you guys ask questions about are incredibly close in my rankings. And that's why if you watch the video, they may have flipped from, say, for instance, you watch the running back video. I'm pretty sure that comes out on Thursday. There's a good chance by Sunday, my opinion moves like these players 2 or 3 spots in my head. Again, it's just there's a lot of flipping that goes on in fantasy, right? You think one thing and then you get a little bit of news and you kind of flip flop back. Who should I start? Juju, Zeke, Bateman, or Sutton? I'm gonna go with Sutton personally. Mike. I understand the Denver Broncos haven't looked that good offensively, but I do really think that Cortland Sutton is the clear number one there. Judy's probably going to play, but he is a little bit banged up. I read on Twitter one of the fantasy doctors, not like a fantasy fairy doctor, like a legitimate doctor that talks about fantasy football. He said that when Judy returns, he might be a little bit hampered by the injury and not necessarily play to his peak. So that's kind of how I feel on things. I would go Sutton. It's pretty close between Sutton and Bateman, though. But thank you. It's all good, legendary one. You don't have to worry about typing it in all caps if you do it once. Hey, man. Thank you again for the donation. What do you think about Tampa bringing in Cole Beasley and activating him? Everyone hurt, suspended on Tampa. I think that you can play Cole Beasley if you're in a super deep league, but I probably would not want to be starting him. Garrett Wilson, Jeff Wilson, Brandon Cooks. I would go with Brandon Cooks. Tua, Kirk, Matt Stafford, Herbert. I'm gonna go Matt Stafford. No, I'm gonna go Kirk Cousins actually. Everett or Irv Smith. We're going Everett, Gabe Davis, or T Higgins. I'm gonna go with Gabe Davis. Thoughts on Mooney holding him for now, but yeah, my thoughts on Darnell Mooney is, to be honest with you, I have about zero confidence in this guy, and it has nothing to do with him. Genuinely, I believe that he is an extremely good player. I genuinely believe that Darnell Mooney is extremely talented, and I believe that if the coaches wanted to give him the football, for instance, the coaches wanted to throw the ball more than like 15 times a game, then Darnell Mooney would be eating. But Darnell Mooney is in the scenario where the coaches are holding him back. Justin Fields looks decent, but they're not throwing the ball enough for you to even get a true read on that. So, look, if you want to hold him this week, go ahead and hold him. But if he fails this Sunday, you have nothing left. You don't owe him anything. You drafted him in what, the 6th round? It is what it is. Sometimes you miss on players. I was very excited about Darnell Mooney, and it's not your fault that you were technically quote unquote wrong on him either, because he's just not getting the football. They're just not throwing the football enough. I would drop him. If you want to hold him this week, go ahead, but you definitely have to cut him next week if he doesn't do anything. And it's honestly sad because I really liked him and Cole Kmet. Tough scene. DK Robinson and Bateman pick 2. I'll go Robinson and Bateman. Kamara, James Conner, or Brees. I'm going Kamara. Pick 2, Edmonds, ETN, Pollard, Elijah Moore. I'm going Edmonds and Pollard. Thanks for the answers, Ron. Yeah, Ron always tries to answer in the chat. So does Spock. Got a whole squad in here. Flex, Edmonds, Jacobs, or Sutton. 2 or Russ. I'm going to go Russ, and I'm going to go Sutton. Start running back and flex. Dylan, Connor, Jeff Wilson, ETN, Aguilar, Mooney, A-Rob, Ayuk. We're going to go A-Rob, and we're going to go Connor. Thielen or J-Rob? I'm going to go with J-Rob. Half PPR, Devontae Smith, James Conner, or Melvin Gordon. Let's go James Conner. Again, I think he's going to play. Zeke or London. I'm going to go London. Start 2 wide receivers, flex / running back. Okay. Mike Will and A-Rob for me. Thank you for the donation, CL_sports cards. I greatly appreciate it. London or MT for my flex PPR league. Thank you. Great question. So last week, even though Jameis played like absolute dog shit, Michael Thomas still had a good game. There's still, while I love London this week, there are still thoughts in the back of my head that think, Nick, don't you know that Kyle Pitts is still there? Don't you realize that eventually Kyle Pitts is going to start being a humongous target on this team? And that's what kind of worries me slightly about London. So I definitely go with Michael Thomas. I feel he's significantly safer. You know what he's going to do every single week. He's a volume hog in this offense. I am going to go with Michael Thomas this week. I really like Michael Thomas up against the Carolina Panthers. I think it's a very safe matchup. MT or Gabe Davis, Herbert or Wentz, given the injury? Great question. Yeah, so I'm just go with Wentz because Wentz is just safer than Herbert right now with the injury. If you asked me this at the beginning of the season, you told me Herbert is hurt and it's either Herbert or Wentz. I'm going to tell you I would have told you to start Herbert because I didn't think Wentz would be playing this good. Obviously, though, things change as we get closer and closer to the season. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I would probably play Michael Thomas and I would go with Carson Wentz. Gabe Davis and Michael Thomas are close in my mind. The fact that Gabe Davis, to me, is still a little bit banged up, I'll give the edge to Michael Thomas. They are close, though. So Michael Thomas and Wentz for me. Thank you, Josh. Um, Callan, thank you for the donation. Cousins or Goff? I'm going to go with Cousins. I know Cousins shit the bed in a big way last week, right? Everyone was very disappointed with Kirk Cousins. But this week is a whole different week, right? We go ahead and we get Detroit. It's not a game that's at night. We all know Kirk Cousins struggles immensely at night. So now we got a day game. I would go ahead and feel pretty comfortable playing Kirk Cousins over Goff. Next question. Thielen or J-Rob for the flex? I'm going James Robinson. I think Thielen is going to bounce back, so I'm not too worried about Thielen this week. But I'm going to go ahead and play James Robinson over Thielen. I think James Robinson is just safer at this point, and I also think that he's in a really good spot to succeed. So I'm going to go with him. go ahead and go with James Robinson this week. Next question. Juan says, is it safe to drop Walker? Talking about Ken Walker. Need to drop someone to replace Schultz, or do I take the 0 at the tight end spot? Okay, no, you have to drop Walker. I would drop Walker easily. For a new tight end, I would not want to play Schultz this week. I don't think he's going to play, but I would not want to play him even if he does. So we're going to drop Walker, pick someone up, and then the tight end, or for the flex spot, London, Pierce, or A-Rob. London and A-Rob are incredibly close. A-Rob is safer. London is more risky. I'm going to go with the risk, the upside pick. We're going to go with Drake London, and yes, I would release Walker. Which quarterback to start, Flacco, Jimmy G, or Russell Wilson? David, thank you for the donation. I would personally go with Russell Wilson. I don't trust Joe Flacco or Jimmy G to really elevate my team. I think Russell Wilson could take your team to the next level. Now, again, obviously, there's always the chance that Russell Wilson doesn't play great, right? He hasn't been playing great recently, but there's also the chance that he is the reason why you end up winning. So I would go with Russell Wilson personally. I like Russell Wilson. Kevin, thank you for the donation. I will try and find your question in the chat. Kevin, let's see. Did you already leave a question in the chat? Someone find me Kevin's question in the chat if they find it, or when Kevin drops in the chat. Thank you for the donation, though. Make sure you ask the question in the chat. I'll find it and answer it. Alex White, Drake London, Bateman, or Brown? If you're talking about AJ Brown, not Noah Brown, I go AJ Brown. If you're talking, if that's Noah Brown, Bateman, and London, I would go with Bateman. I like AJ Brown a ton this week. I don't think you can bench AJ Brown. Wilson or Goff? Thank you, Kevin, for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go with. Look, let's be honest with you. I don't think Jared Goff is ever going to really win you a week, but he's also much safer at this point than Wilson. But I'm going to go with Wilson. I think we've had weeks of Nathaniel Hackett fucking Russell Wilson over. So I'm going to go ahead and play Russell Wilson. Now, if Russell Wilson ends up not playing super good this week, then we're just done with Russell Wilson, right? We never have to worry about it again. We're still going to hold him on our team, but we don't have to worry about playing him until he shows us something. But for right now, I would go with Wilson. I'm still going to ride the Wilson train. Alex White, thank you for the donation again. I would go with, if that's AJ Brown, I'm going AJ Brown. If it's not, I'm going Rashad Bateman. Next question. Josh, thank you for the donation again. Dobbins or Davis in the flex? Dobbins is just coming back from the injury. So is Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is the better matchup up against the Dolphins. For Dobbins, like if you don't need to start him, right? A bunch of people ask questions about Dobbins. I felt as though they had to start him in that scenario, right? Because I didn't think the other options were even comparable to Dobbins. Whereas here, I feel as though Davis is just better than Dobbins, and you're better off just going with Gabe Davis in this scenario for me. Thank you for the donation again. K Buckets, thank you for the donation, good sir. Let me try to find your question in chat here. Go Birds, someone said. Someone drop your question in the chat, K Buckets. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you, Green Eyed Bandit. Make sure you drop your question in the chat, K Buckets. I can't find it right now. You may have already asked it, but just ask it again. I'll make sure to answer. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Wentz or Cousins? I'm definitely going with Cousins, Kalen, in this question. I like Wentz a decent amount, but I just think Cousins' game is more likely to shoot out when compared to Carson Wentz. Cousins looked really good in week 1. I just think Cousins just shits the bed all the time because the game's too late. He's too tired. He's an old ass man. So my lean would be to go with Carson, or my lean would be against Carson Wentz. It would be for Kirk Cousins. I just think Kirk Cousins is the better matchup, and I also think Kirk Cousins bounces back in a big way. Sutton or London? I forgot to ask. All good, K Buckets. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. My answer here would be to go with Cortland Sutton. I like Drake London a ton. I was a big advocate of Drake London during draft season. I was also a huge advocate of Cortland Sutton. So two of my guys here in the question, two guys that I was a real big fan of in the offseason. I would go with Sutton personally. I think I like the matchup. Not as much. I don't like the matchup as much, but I think that game has the potential for Cortland Sutton to go crazy, whereas I think Drake London is probably going to get like 15 points. but I could see Cortland Sutton scoring like 20 points. So that's kind of just how I see things right now, Mr. Buckets. So I'm going to go with Sutton. Jay Rhodes says CD or DK. In that scenario, I'm going to go with CD Lamb. Now, I don't love CD Lamb this week. I think he could have a good game because I think he's going to get peppered with targets. The game is going to be cold. It's in New Jersey tomorrow night. The weather here has been getting cold as fuck. Like it goes like 50 at night. Just out of nowhere too. It went from like being pretty warm to now it's cold as fuck at night. I would go CD Lamb. I think he has more upside. DK Metcalf has just, man, it sucks because Geno's just so bad. Like Cooper Rush might be better than Geno. Would you stream these quarterbacks over Brady? Marcus Mariota, Geno Smith, or Joe Flacco? No, I would not, John. I like Marcus Mariota a decent amount. So if I had to stream one, it would be Mariota. But I think I would just go with Brady and pray that Brady is just so good that he plays better. Brady shit the bed 2 weeks in a row. If you want a safer option, go with Marcus Mariota. I fully understand if you want to go with Marcus Mariota, right? I'm not going to even argue with you if you say, oh, I want to go Marcus Mariota over Tom Brady. But I'm going to lean one more time into the fire with Tom Brady. One last ride with old man Tom. I understand the team's banged up, but Tom typically plays good even with. The fuck did you guys hear that? My TV just turned on. That was so weird. But I would go with Tom Brady. But if you want to go Marcus Mariota, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But I'm going Brady. Thank you for the donation. Thank you again, James, for the donation. Christian Kirk, DJ Moore, AJ Dillon. Pretty simple for me. I'm going to go with Christian Kirk. I think this game is going to be pretty high scoring. Saw Ghost in the back too. Shut the fuck up, AC. Shut the fuck up, pal. I would go with Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk has proved to be a big target for Mr. Trevor Lawrence. The connection looked really good in training camp, and the connection proves to be good on the real gridiron during the real game. So I would go Christian Kirk personally. I'm a big fan of him. Knox or Thomas? This is the last week I'm going with Knox with confidence. So you know what? Knox fucked up week 1. He fucked up week 2, but I'm going to ride with him in week number 3. If he ends up failing this week, then obviously we know that, hey, maybe things won't work out for him going forward, and that's okay, right? Sometimes you miss on picks. They paid the guy a shit ton of money, so you would realistically think that Knox would be good. So I'm going to go with Dawson Knox. I'm going to ride him out here one last time, pause, and we're just going to hope that he plays well. Just got to hope, baby. I believe. Do you believe in love after love? Alrighty. Thank you for the donation. All right. Kalen, thank you again. What should I do with Justin Herbert? Questionable. So look, Justin Herbert more than likely is going to play. The question is, will it be Justin Herbert that you're used to, or is it going to be Justin Herbert from last week? And you have to weigh that into the equation, and you also have to weigh into the equation how risky you personally want to be. How risky do you want to be when you are playing in fantasy football this week? Do you want to, for instance, say, you know what? I think personally that Justin Herbert's going to have a good game. I think he's going to play well. I think even with the injury, he's such a good quarterback that he will get it done. Then you play Justin Herbert. But if you're a little bit more cautious, you want to play things safe, then you sit Herbert down, you play someone else. And look, even if Herbert's at full strength, or not full strength, even if Herbert is okay, I don't think he's going to be the normal Herbert. So he's probably not going to be a top 5 quarterback. So if you want to keep things safe, you can just bench. You can bench Herbert if you want. What's up? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What's up, Randy? How you doing? Stop by, say fins up. Expect us. Tua's going for the start over Burrow. Go ahead and do that. I mean, I would play Burrow, but to each their own. Oh, H, thank you for the donation, good sir. Forgot the question. Lol, Thielen or McLaurin? Also got Judy. Great question. I'm going to go with McLaurin. McLaurin has not been playing all that well recently. He's still been getting it done decently in the stat sheet, but he's not been having those big games that we expected out of a guy like McLaurin when we drafted him, right? We're seeing Dotson have these games. We're seeing all these other players around him have these big games, and he's not having the big games. Thielen, in a similar spot, hasn't been playing the best, but I think Thielen can bounce back. So here in this spot, we're going to go with Terry McLaurin. I kind of want to be cautious with Judy this week, so we're going to go McLaurin. Thank you for the donation. Hollywood Brown or Gabe Davis. Micah, we're definitely going to go with Gabe Davis. I don't really trust Hollywood Brown that much. Now he's getting the targets. I just don't think I want to feel overwhelmingly confident in him. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit his ass down, and we are going to go with Monsieur Gabe Davis. I like Gabe Davis a bunch this week. I'm hoping the Dolphins are able to stay in this game, man. I'm really hoping. I'm hoping that everything goes well because I am kind of not just kind of nervous. I'm incredibly nervous about this game. Um, all right, let me just run this one more time. So I'm gonna go Gabe Davis for sure. Sorry about that. Gabe Davis faux show. Kumo, thank you for the donation. Jeff Wilson or Zeke, Gabe Davis, CD or London. I'm gonna go with Jeff Wilson. I just don't trust Ezekiel Elliott. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't trust him really at all. So we're not gonna play Ezekiel Elliott. We're gonna go with Jeff Wilson for sure, and then Gabe Davis, CD or London. London and Davis are kind of close in my mind, but I'm gonna go with Gabe Davis. He is a little bit banged up, but I think he still gets it done up against the Dolphins defense. So Jeff Wilson and Gabe Davis would be my answer. KP, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson. Jesus, I forgot what his name was for a second. DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, or Damian Pierce. I'm still not off of the DJ Moore train, but I will acknowledge with you right now, keep it 100. I don't think DJ Moore is incredibly safe, KP. So if you want to go with Garrett Wilson, I won't slight you. I'm going to go DJ Moore, but if I'm being honest with you, if you want to go Garrett Wilson, I think at this point he probably has higher upside. Next question. DJ Moore or Curtis Samuel. I'm going to go with DJ Moore and then J. Rob or Dylan J. Rob. Curtis Samuel, Drake London or Elijah Moore. Non-PPR, I'm going to go Drake London. Full PPR, Zeke or James Robinson. James Robinson, Sutton or Gabe Davis. Sutton. Lazard, ETN, Burks or Mooney in the flex. I'm going to go. Is Lazard playing? If Lazard's playing, I'm going Lazard. If not, I'm going Burks. Are we trusting Gabe Davis today? Yes, I'm trusting him, but I would play Gabe Davis over A-Rob and all those guys. I don't remember you, or maybe I missed your answer to my question. Did I not answer your question, legendary one? Just send it again. Wentz or Herbert? I'm gonna go Wentz, and then Jeff Wilson Jr. or AJ Dillon. I'm gonna go Jeff Wilson. Fins 36, Bills 34. Fins 50, Bills 0. Fins up. And just so you know, my TV turned on because I fucking had Sunday Ticket on my TV, and I forgot that it was on, and I forgot that my TV actually, like, I use a monitor as my other TV, so there's the big TV on top of me that plays Red Zone, and the Dolphins game goes on the other TV. And it was just very loud. I didn't think that was going to happen. Roderick, what's up, man? With Jacoby Myers out, would you start any of these Patriots wide receivers over Mooney today? Yes, I would start not Devontae Parker, Nelson Aguilar over Mooney. Spilking of Nelson Aguilar. He's available in my league. I'm about to just go pick him up. Nelson Aguilar looks good. If you guys remember that video from a couple years ago where that guy catches a kid that fell out of a building. He catches the child, and he's like, "You want to know who wouldn't have caught this child? Fucking Nelson Aguilar." That video is still stuck in my head. Very funny. But I would go with Nelson Aguilar. I'm going to cut DJ Chark right now to play Nelson Aguilar. Let's ride. Hopefully none of my friends are watching and picked them up while I was talking. They didn't. Thank God. Nelson Aguilar, baby. So let's go Nelson Aguilar. I would play him over Mooney for sure. Okay, Buckets, thank you again. Garrett Wilson or A-Rob. I'm going to ride with A-Rob today. I feel very comfortable with Allen Robinson. He's been playing pretty solid with the team, so I'm going to go with Allen Robinson. I also think Garrett Wilson's pretty safe as well. Alrighty. Any other questions here? So we're going to go with A-Rob over Garrett Wilson. Next question, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen need some help? That's a great question to have. I would go with Josh Allen. I feel pretty comfortable playing Josh Allen in this spot. I think Josh Allen's going to have a relatively big game against the Dolphins. I think in order for them to win with how many injuries they have to their defense, they're going to have to throw the ball all around the yard. And in order to throw the ball, right, Josh Allen's going to get some points. The Dolphins defense is pretty solid, but I do think Josh Allen does better this week than T. Higgins. I have Josh Allen ranked as my number one quarterback on the week. So I definitely want to lean with him. Thank you for the question. I'm gonna go Josh Allen. Um, Gabe Davis or Michael Pittman? We're gonna have to go with Michael Pittman. I like Michael Pittman a ton in this scenario. So that's gonna be my answer there. Michael Pittman Jr. Alrighty. Michael Pittman over Gabe Davis. I just think in that game, I think the Colts are gonna play significantly closer than people think in that matchup. All right, now it's time to run my DraftKings simulations. Michael Pittman. Brees Hall or Edmonds or Etienne? I would go with Edmonds. New question: would you play Jawan Brown, Gesicki, or Benjamin? I'd play Gesicki. Thanks, buddy. No problem, man. Fire emoji. Thank you. Let me switch to DraftKings. From Brazil. That's awesome, man. It's crazy that people watch from all around the world. I say this all the time, but it really is crazy. Make sure you guys all hit the like button. We got 39 viewers on Stochastic Fantasy Football, and we got 106 viewers on Notorious Fantasy by Stochastic. So shout out to all you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. I'll just have that run at the bottom of the screen. Um, Antonio Gibson or Drake London? I'd go with Drake London personally. Tua or Wentz also have to start. And who to flex? Okay, Zeke, Robinson, Dobbins. Appreciate you, dude. No problem. Thank you, Daniel. So we're gonna go ahead here and lean with Wentz over Tua. They are close in my rankings. I just feel a little bit more comfortable playing Carson Wentz over Tua. There's a chance Tua collapses. Now, obviously, as a Dolphins fan, I think the Dolphins are going to kick the shit out of them, right? But I have to be honest with you when I answer your question, right? I can't just use any bias involved. So I'm not going to have any bias involved. I'm just going to tell you straight up what I think is going to happen. I think the Dolphins are going to keep this game close. I think Tua has a good game, but I think Wentz could have a better game based upon the matchup that he is in. So that is going to be my answer there. Uh, 1 second. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Wentz. I just feel Wentz is a little bit safer. And then after that, we are gonna go with Zeke, Gibson, Robinson, and Dobbins. We're gonna go with with Robinson for sure. I like James Robinson and I like Antonio Gibson. So if you need who to start and who to flex, so you need to start one of the running backs, you need to flex the other one, correct? I'll just put them in order. So we're gonna say Wentz over Tua, and then we're gonna say James Robinson would be my second highest ranked running back. So it would be Wentz, Tua, and then my running backs slash flexes would be Antonio Gibson, then James Robinson, then Dobbins, then Zeke. I hope that answered your question, Daniel. So again, start Wentz, and then my order of running back slash flexes would be Gibson, Robinson, Dobbins, Zeke. What's up, Ben? How you doing, man? About to head to State Farm Stadium to go tailgate right now. Can't wait to see K1 do his thing against the Rams. Also, question: Brees Hall or Damian Pierce, not PPR? You're the goat, Nick. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate it. Have fun at the game. I would go with Brees Hall is the safer bet. So if you want to be safe, Ben, play Brees Hall. But I know you're not all about that safety. You're a more risky player like myself. So I would go with Damian Pierce personally. Judy or Devontae Smith at wide receiver 2, Patterson or Olave flex, I would go with Devontae Smith, and I would go with Patterson. Dallas Eagles or Bengals D, I would go with the Dallas D. Pick one: London, Hollywood, Gibson, or Curtis Samuel. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna go London. I'm gonna go London. Vic, thank you for the donation. I would go non-PPR, start 2, flex 1. Start 2 and flex 1. Sutton, Mike Williams, A-Rob, Christian Kirk, Devontae Smith, Juju, Zeke. Great question. So we're going Sutton, we're going Christian Kirk, and then we're going to chance it on Mike Williams. So if Mr. Justin Herbert the pervert does not end up playing, then all you have to do is take out Mike Williams and put in Allen Robinson. So you're going to go Sutton, Kirk, Mike Williams. But if Herbert doesn't play, you're going to take out Williams and throw in A-Rob. Sutton, Kirk, Williams. If Herbert doesn't play, you're going A-Rob. Thank you for the donation. Rams or Cowboys defense, I would go with the Cowboys. Chris Olave had 13 targets, the most air yards in the league last week. Yeah, but I think that's a little bit skewed, if I'm being honest, Spock. I felt those numbers were a little bit skewed because, like, he overthrew people. He overthrew Olave a couple of times. I don't know. All right. Half PPR Mooney or Logan Thomas. I'd go Logan Thomas. Jeff Wilson, Damian Pierce, Adam Thielen, Brandon Ayuk, and ETN. I'd go Jeff Wilson and Adam Thielen. I like the vid. Thank you very much. DJ Moore, CD, Curtis Samuel, Brees Hall. Pick 3. I'm going DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, CD Lamb. Start 3, task football. Cooks, Higgins, Moore, Smith, Pierce, Dotson. Thanks. I'm going to go Cooks, Higgins, DJ Moore. Jeff Wilson, Damian Pierce, Adam Thielen. All right, I think I already answered that one. But it's Adam Thielen and Jeff Wilson. CH or Henderson? CH for sure. Afternoon, Nick. Good afternoon, Antonio. Which 2 should I pick? Jeff Wilson, CD, Bateman, Sutton, Damian Harris, or A-Rob? Have a great day. Thank you. You too. I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton for sure. He's a lock into my lineups. Don't want to be moving Cortland Sutton. And then we're going to go with Rashad Master Bateman. He had a really big game against the Dolphins. I did not see that coming, if I'm being honest with you, like at all. I did not think that was going to happen. And obviously it did. So we're going to go ahead and play it with, I forgot what I was talking about. God damn it. We're going to play it with Bateman here, and then the safe answer is Sutton as well. So we got one nice safe player and one player with a little bit more upside that's slightly more risky. That's kind of my lean on things here. I got the sauce. So we're going to go Bateman and Sutton. Thank you again for the donation. Sorry that I lost my track of talking in the middle of talking because I was clicking on things. So Sutton and Bateman. Sorry about that. Bateman or DJ Moore? Bateman. Would you trade Eckler for Kamara and Brandon Cooks? Yes. Full PPR, pick 2, Pollard, Henry, Kamara, Dillon, Kamara, and Henry. Thank you, Antonio. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Wilson or the GOAT, Brady? I'm going to go with Wilson. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Ronaldo, Flex Kamara, or Curtis Samuel? I'm going to go Kamara. Cordero Patterson or Damian Harris? I'd go Cordero Patterson. No hat stream. I actually don't think I wore a hat on the stream on Tuesday. On Stochastic Fantasy Football. I don't wear a hat all the time. I just do on stream because my hair looks fucking stupid when I wake up. Like, right now, if I take it off, my hair looks fucking stupid, right? I don't know. I just prefer the hat on. Then I don't have to worry about my hair, you know what I'm saying? Please help. CPP. Stevenson or Jamal Williams, and then Tanyan or Ingram. I would go with Stevenson, and then I would go with Tanyan. Yeah, dude. I need to have the... Sorry, NorCal, bro. I'm just clicking around, my guy. Literally clicking everywhere on the screen. So, I'm not trying to skip you, just so you're aware. I wouldn't skip anyone. Let's see here. I need some fucking tool lineups. I got the sauce. Ask your question, NorCal, bro. I'll answer it. Tua or Burrow? I'm going to go Burrow. Dave Montgomery, Javonte Williams. Thinking of starting Bateman over Pittman. I'd go Pittman personally. Lazard or Russell Gage. Russell Gage. Bacho, I'll try to answer your question as well. I'm not trying to skip anyone's questions, just so you guys know. There's a million questions going on all at once. Lazard, ETN, Burks, or Mooney. I would go Burks. Samuel, McLaurin, DJ Moore, London, Wilson, Devontae Smith. I would go Moore, Samuel, and London. Please help me. Kamara, Brandon Cooks, Marquise Brown, or Henderson. I'd go Kamara. I try my best to help you guys. Yeah, I got the sauce. This Dolphins lineup is going to win me $7 zillion this week, just so you guys know. I just hope Chase Edmonds could have a good game, man. Chase Edmonds has been a big disappointment. Huge disappointment. Fire emoji. Please help Curtis Samuel or Ayuk or Bateman. Full PPR, Hunter Henry or Komet. I would drop one of them and just pick up Hayden Hurst. I need help. Bears defense, Cowboys defense. I'm 0-2. Any points will be needed. I'd go with the Cowboys. DJ Chark or Adam Thielen. I'd go Adam Thielen. PPR, Cooks, A-Rob, or Bateman. Kyle Pitts, Devontae Smith. I'd go Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts going to bounce back. Yo, glad I missed out on Edmonds. I was high on him too. Yeah, I mean, look, Edmonds is in a good spot to succeed. The issue is the Dolphins just aren't trying to run the ball, which is shocking. Because we have this system from Mike McDaniel from San Francisco, but we're running more of the Atlanta Falcons Shanahan compared to the San Francisco Shanahan. So you remember when like Julio Jones was having all those crazy games? That was with Shanahan and Mike McDaniel. I'm thinking that that's the system we're running now, right? With Tyreek and Waddle. Makes sense. Start 3, Michael Thomas, Bateman, McLaurin, J-Rob, Juju. Thank you, Chris Powell, for the donation. I would go with James Robinson. I would go with Rashad Master Bateman and Michael Thomas. James Robinson has just been eating W's Jameis Winston style. The guy's fantastic. Bateman looks great. Not going to be a guy that gets an overwhelming amount of targets, but he's going to have those big games. And then we're going to go with Michael Thomas up against in that matchup. I don't remember who the Saints are playing off the top of my head. It's the Carolina Panthers. I remember. I think I'm stupid, bro. I remember. Michael Thomas, Bateman, and J-Rob. The force is strong with the Dolphins. Hell yeah, it is, Bill. Hell yeah, it is. Might have to light my table on fire and jump through it after we beat the fuck out of the Buffalo Bills. That sorry franchise. Juju, Zeke, or Dameon Pierce? I would go with Dameon Pierce and Juju. I am out on Master Bateman this week. Interesting that you're out on him. What don't you like about my boy Bateman this week? Or your boy too, you know? You rock the same nickname I give him, you know? Oh man, I feel like Raheem Mostert might have an absolutely insane game today. I'm gonna need him to score if I play him. That's a big risk, bro. Big risk. I would go with Pittman. CH Henderson, full PPR, CH. Ramondre Stevenson or Breece Hall? Would you start Herbert if he starts? Yeah, I'd play Herbert if he starts, and I would go with Breece Hall. Hawkinson or Gerald Everett Hawkinson? Brady or Wentz? I'd go Wentz. Sutton, Davis, Dotson, pick 2, Sutton and Davis. Najee played PPR and a point per first down. Robinson, Henry, Zeke. You got to play Henry. Hey, yo, Michael Dalmas does give some good gabagoo, huh? Fournette or Swift? I'm talking here. I'm going to go with Swift. Start 2. Vic, thank you for the donation. DJ Moore, Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Dameon Pierce, A-Rob. Great question. We're going to go Brandon Cooks for sure. Brandon Cooks is incredibly safe every single week, and he has a lot of upside. So I'm fine riding with Dameon Pierce until, or not Dameon Pierce. I'm fine riding with Brandon Cooks until the wheels kind of fall off. The wheels on the bus go round and round. And then we're going to go with think DJ Moore has the highest upside out of that group. But if you want to go with a little bit of a safer option, you go A-Rob. So I'm gonna go DJ Moore and Brandon Cooks. It's officially time to put in all of my DraftKings lineups, which is always a crazy scenario here. Okay, Brandon Cooks and DJ Moore. Thank you for the donation. And then Drake London or Curtis Samuel. These guys are incredibly close. These guys are incredibly close for me. I am going to go with I'm gonna go with Drake London personally over Curtis Samuel. It's close. You can make the argument that you might want to go with the other guy, or that you might want to go with Curtis Samuel. I understand that, but we're gonna go with Drizzy, Drake, London in this scenario. Drake London's just seen an absurd target share. Now it is entirely possible that we see Drake London shit the bed and Kyle Pitts have a huge game. I definitely admit that that is in the realm of possibilities, but we're gonna go ahead and lean away from that and go with guys that I like. So we're gonna go with London. Check my phone real quick. I'm getting so many text messages. Uh, One second. I'm just texting back one of my friends. Um, all right, Drake London or Curtis Samuel. Again, I'm going Drake London. How do I feel about Scary Terry long term? I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm being honest with you. A little bit nervous. A little bit nervous. A little bit nervous. But again, I'm still gonna hold him. I'm not panicking enough to like drop him or something, but I am a little bit nervous. Obviously, you shouldn't drop him. I mean, that would be crazy if you dropped him. Full PPR, Hunter Henry or commit. Didn't I answer this question, good sir, NorCal? I would play Hurst, my guy. Hurst. Lock of the week, Beasley gets concussed. Oh, well, that's just mean, man. Beasley doesn't need that negative energy put on him. Come on. No need to be rude. Gotta play the fucking Jets defense in DFS this week, guys. We're loading up on the Jets defense, preying on Joe Burrow's downfall. Not gonna work, but they are incredibly cheap. Fool me to ice. Tua's gonna have a great game, man. Tua's gonna eat. Al Robinson or Curtis Samuel? I'm going A-Rob. Knox or Logan Thomas, help me out. I'm going Knox. Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, Gabe Davis. Go with the back two, Jason. Jason does not like liberals, I think that's what that says. Oh fuck, I'm out of focus now, guys. Out of focus. Ayuk or Wilson? I'm gonna go Wilson. Let me fix my camera right quick. Right quick. Let me fix it real quick because I also hate when it goes out of focus. I'm also looking at like 3 different screens at once while I'm talking to you guys. So that's also probably why I go in and out of focus. But we're back. We're back. It's gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Eddie Faith and Adam Thielen as a start. Yeah, I think you can play him. Nick, a professional hater, of course, dude. Whoever I pick against in my DFS lineups, I am the greatest hater ever of the players that are not in those lineups. Basically, every player that I dislike, I'm a hater on. For instance, this week we're loading up on Tua. I think I'm gonna have to play Raheem Mostert and hope he squeezes his way into the end zone. I think that's the lineup I'm gonna ride with here. I'm not overwhelmingly excited about it, but again, I do have to play greedy. You got to play greedy to win in DFS. You can't just pussyfoot your way around. Pick these sorry ass players. You got to go risky. Got to go risky. It feels like, oh fuck, I just skipped right over your question, Chris. I'm sorry about that. Chiefs, Giants, or Panthers defense? Great question. So the Chiefs, I'm thinking like the Chiefs realistically, right? The Indianapolis Colts have been so dog shit through the first 2 games, but eventually something has to change, right? Eventually the mold is going to be shattered and they are going to have a big game. The question is, will that big game happen this week or is it going to happen afterwards? So I am a little bit worried about potentially starting the Chiefs defense because I think that just out of nowhere, the other team might just wake up, right? The Colts might just wake up and have a good game. So I'm going to go ahead here and go with the. I don't want to go with the. I would go with the Giants, honestly. I think that game is going to be incredibly low scoring. So you have a pretty safe floor there. And then if Cooper Rush turns it over, you're even happier. So I would go ahead and just lean with that there. I would go ahead and play the Giants defense. No, it's a little bit more risky. I'm gonna go with the Giants. Thank you guys for all of the donations. I greatly appreciate it. I'm a new subscriber. I love the content. Thank you, Demario Smith. I really appreciate that. Make sure you guys do hit the like button. That means the world to me. I really appreciate all you guys who stopped by. Just so you guys know, there is content on this channel from me, whichever one you're watching on. So if you're watching on Notorious Fantasy, there's a bunch of videos on here. And if you're watching on Stochastic Fantasy, or if you're not watching on Stochastic Fantasy Football, make sure you're subscribed to that channel as well, because I'm on there all of the time talking football. Really fun, in my opinion. I really enjoy all of those streams and the videos I do. So make sure you guys hit the like button. I really appreciate that. SOS. Josh Jacobs or James Robinson? James Robinson versus Bateman. I would go Bateman over James Robinson. Gabe Davis or Aaron Jones? I'd go Aaron Jones. Hurst or Hawkinson? Hawkinson. Mariota or Goff? Goff. Cousins or Stafford? Cousins. Crab people. Crab people. Giants defense for the fantasy clout. Is Herbert playing Knox or Everett? I think Herbert's going to play. I'd go Knox. I'd go Everett, actually. Will Herbert be playing? I think so. But again, we're not going to know until up closer to the game. So let's make sure we mention that. I got the sauce. Alrighty. Next question. Patterson or Connor or Patterson? Patterson, Connor or Patterson? I'd go Connor. Nicole. Hi Nick. Happy game day. Hello Nicole. Cousins or Wentz? Cousins. CD or Michael Thomas? Thomas. Tom Brady. Robinson, Connor or Patterson? I'd go Connor. Tom Brady or Wentz? Wentz. I'm assuming Herbert the pervert is taking one of those injections. Yeah. Hopefully he's okay. Shit. Very nice. Very nice. Drop Michael Carter or Rashad Penny? I would drop Carter. I drop Penny. Devontae Smith or Elijah Moore? I'm going Devontae Smith. Keenan Allen, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Corey Davis, please help. I'm playing Keenan Allen. Thielen, but if you want to be safe, right, just play Jeff Wilson. Thielen or Patterson? I'm going Patterson. DK Metcalf, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel, DJ Shark. Who should be the wide receiver 2 and flex? I'm going to go Sutton and Cooks. Ron just texted me. He said Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert is expected to make a decision during pregame warmup. And he's whether to take a pain-killing injection is fractured rib cartilage to play versus the Jaguars. Still no official word. Yeah, that is true, Ron. We're not going to know up until about an hour before game time if he's going to play or not. All right. Thank you for the questions here. Trying to get all my lineups in. Gabe Davis or Damian Harris? I'd go Gabe Davis for sure. Should I drop a tight end? Henry or Komet? I'd drop Komet. Flex. Pierce. I'd go Samuel. Bengals defense against Flacco. I think they're good. Josh Jacobs or Aguilar? I'd go Jacobs. D. Henry, James Robinson, Montgomery, Williams. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry and James Robinson. Actually, I'm gonna go Derrick Henry and David Montgomery. Metcalf or Kirk? Kirk for sure. Hawkinson or Smith? JR. JR Smith? Just kidding, bro. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Irv Smith. We're gonna go with Hawkinson. Nick, what do we do? Be safe and play Goff or gamble and play Herbert? Right now, I would just play it safe, probably. Especially since you have Goff, who I think is competent. Like, for instance, if you were like, oh, should I play Flacco or Herbert? Then I would just YOLO and just hope Herbert plays. Because I really don't think Flacco is going to have all that good of a game. Yeah, I got the sauce. Hope fucking James Conner plays. James Conner, please save me, baby. And Mariota or Danny Dimebags if Herbo doesn't go, dude. There's no way you're going to fucking play Danny Dimebags. No way. Can't do it. Simply can't do it. We're gonna go with Marcus Mariota. I like Mariota's matchup. Mariota has a lot of upside because of how much he rushes the ball. So we're gonna go with Marcus Mariota. I think he's in a decent spot this week. So we're gonna go with Marcus Mariota-san. Herbert or Mariota? Mariota. I mean, obviously you want to play Herbert if he plays, but if not, you just play Mariota. I have a lot of Russell Gage in my DFS lineups, guys. So when Russell Gage plays like absolute horse shit, just so you know, that was on me. Danny douchebag. Danny fumbles. Danny stumbles. Probably going to that game Monday night, so it should be interesting to see any dimes in real life. The GOAT. Carr or Goff? Carr. If Herbert misses, though, Jimmy G will be a good pickup. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't love Jimmy G, though. The problem with Jimmy G is that Jimmy G is never going to win you your league. He just simply is not. Like, all he's going to do is put up like 15 to 20 points. You're going to be somewhat happy. And then that's all she wrote, right? You're just going to be somewhat happy with the game. And then you get that. So I would go. Jimmy G's fine, though. Hey, Nick, what's up, Shellbell? Flex Dobbins, Dotson, or Ayuk. I'm gonna go with Dobbins. He's a little risky. If you don't want to be risky, go with Dotson. Hey, don't forget to hit the vid. Hey, don't forget to hit the like. James Robinson or Damian Pierce. J. Rod. I'm going with James Robinson by roughly $1 million in my head. I really like James Robinson, so we're gonna go with him. With Taggy Vailoa. So we're gonna go with James Robinson. I think James Robinson probably has a huge game. We're going with James Robinson. James Robinson has been incredibly safe. It's honestly incredible how good he's been. That's amazing. Next question. That's what I was thinking. Thank you. No problem. Uh, Chase Edmonds, Etienne, or Allen Robinson? Allen Robinson and Chase Edmonds. Rank my starting team 1 through 10. Quarterback Goff, Jamar Chase, Diggs, J. Rob, CH, Everett, Deontay Johnson. Your team looks really good. I'd say it's about a 9 out of 10. Tom Brady. Penny, Zay Jones, or Aguilar. Let's go. Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar season. All right, I'm going to crunch one lineup here for DFS where I'm going to go fucking Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle all on the same fucking team, bro. I'm going to go Gabe Davis run back. And we're going to see how shit this team looks. Hey, Nick. Pick 2. Devontae Smith, Olave, or Elijah Moore? I'm going to go with Devontae Smith and Olave. AJ Dillon or Michael Carter Dillon, James Conner or Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel. What's going to be the score of the Bills-Dolphins game? Dolphins 40-something. Bills 28. Bills can't hang with us. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Can't hang with the Fins, baby. Fins up. Curtis Samuel or James Robinson? I'm going with James Robinson. Pollard, pure CH, or Dobbins, CH. Mariota leads the league in touchdown passes to himself. That is a fact. That pass was crazy when he was on Tennessee. When he throws it, it fucking bounces off the guy, snags it, runs into the end zone. Beautiful. Cam Akers and Everett. Gabe Davis, Terry McLaurin, Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas and Gabe Davis. Yo, Mason, do you watch PKA? That's the only time I've ever heard someone say thick six is on that podcast. I've been watching that shit since I was in middle school. Gabe Davis, or no, Russell Gage, Hawkinson, Singletary, Dortch. I'm gonna go Russell Gage. Need one for my flex spot. I'm gonna go Bateman. Gabe Davis, McLaurin, or Michael Thomas. Let's go Michael Thomas and Gabe Davis. Two are Wentz, Scary Terry, and Thomas. I'd go Thomas. Goddard or Pitts. Let's go Pitts. Dylan. Oh, Dylan. Singletary or Damian Harris. Singletary. Burks or Aguilar. Or Aguilar. So many fucking things happening at once. Lamb, Bateman, Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams, Herbert in out. I think Herbert's gonna play, but I'm not sure. So Bateman, Hollywood, and Mike Williams, and then you could sub Mike Williams out for Lamb. Let's go Philly D. Murray versus Rams or Cousins versus the Lions. I would go with Murray. Gibson or London. I would go London. Henderson or McLaurin. McLaurin. Bateman, Judy, Hasbullah. Bateman and Samuel. Noah Brown or Shepard. Shepard. Niners D against Denver. I'd go with the Niners D. Patterson or Dobbins. Patterson. Appreciate it, brothers. Good luck. Thank you to all the mods and Notorious. Thank you, brother. Have a great day. Have a great day. Glad everyone's enjoying today's stream. We're having a luxurious day on stream today. Oh, bro, these teams are fucking disgusting when you jam in Gabe Davis and all this. But whatever. YOLO. Tua stack is going to win me $1 zillion. I'm already sold on the fact that that's going to happen. So we're just going to ride it out, baby. King Tua. Wish me luck, Nick. Good luck, brother. Good luck to everyone. Should I trade away Zeke? Yeah. Good stream today. Thank you. Robinson or Higbee? I would go with Robinson. Nick, can I get permission to bandwagon the Dolphins? Of course, man. All aboard the bandwagon. The Dolphins have never been a bandwagon. I became a fan of them when I was a kid. My dad is a Jets fan, so I just chose the team that plays the Jets the most that we could watch on TV. So I picked the Dolphins. I also like their colors. So that's why I've been a fan of the Dolphins ever since I was a kid. So I joined them before it was a bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? Before we were this absolute unit of a team, I've been a fan of them. So you can hop on though. Hop on now, because eventually the bandwagon is going to be quite strong, right? If we beat the Bills, the bandwagon is going to be falling off the edge of the earth, right? The bandwagon is going to be way too big for you to hop on. But right now, you can join the bandwagon. Magnificent stream. Thank you very much, man. Glad you guys enjoy. Nick, do you eat at Waffle House? Actually, I'm not sure where you're from, so maybe not. I have had Waffle House before, I think in North Carolina, but they don't have it in New Jersey, which sucks. Waffle House is fucking fire. Straight gas, as the children would say. Sorry if you already answered my question, but wasn't listening. DJ Moore, A-Rob. Oh, gotcha. I would go with Bateman. You're risking it starting Burks over Elijah Moore. I think it's a risk starting Elijah Moore over Burks. Love the content. Thank you. Still can't believe some sicko picked up 2 quarterbacks in the waiver this week, and now he's holding 4 quarterbacks. Burrow, Rodgers, Tua, Jimmy G string. Yeah, some people are crazy like that. Dalton Schultz or Logan Thomas. Higbee or Hawkinson. Thanks for sharing your advice. Should I start Burrow or Cousins this week? I'd go Cousins. Healing meditation. Thank you. Mike Glennon or Kyler Murray. You're probably going to want to go with Mike Glennon. Just a suspicion of mine that Mike Glennon is going to have a fantastic showing. Just a suspicion, though. Of course, that's a joke, obviously. I hope everyone recognizes that I'm not being serious, that you should start fucking Mike Glennon. Let's go with Kyler Murray. For sure. Kyler Murray should be in for a pretty solid matchup. I know that's not a real question, so you didn't even need an actual answer, but that is funny. Mike Glennon. It's a neck contest, though. Mike Glennon clears Kyler in height just off the height of his neck, man. That dude's neck is fucking thick. Got a huge-ass neck. Perspective. Jalen waddled away, waddle. Waddled away, waddle. Till the very next day. Bump. Kirk or Gabe Davis? Let's go Gabe. But they're I'd go Christian Kirk. I lied. Dolphins. Dobbins' his first game back, or Zach Ertz? Dobbins. I've been a Dolphins bandwagon since I found this channel. Love that. All aboard the Dolphins train. You guys have heard, if you've been here since like since the start, I don't remember what year I started doing this. I started doing this when I was a sophomore or junior in college. But yeah, back in the day, the Dolphins rants were crazy because they actually sucked and it made me very sad. Now though, the rants if we don't win something is going to be very serious, right? I'm going to get very angry if we don't make the playoffs. I assume that'll be pretty funny for you guys. Alrighty. Um, Pork roll or Taylor ham? Where I live, it's called Taylor ham. No one calls it pork roll here. I'll ask your question in a second, Dylan. Um, Dobbins, Lockett, Shepard, or Mooney? Thank you, Mac, for the donation. I'm gonna go Dobbins. I do think Dobbins is a little bit risky coming back off the injury, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to play him. I still have a lot of confidence in him, so I'm gonna go with Dobbins. I think Dobbins is just a great player, so I want him um, to start. So we're gonna go Dobbins. Thank you for the donation. That question: Glennon or Brady's wife? Ooh, Brady's wife. We're gonna go with Glennon, bro. Glennon's the goat. Matthew Stafford is Matthew Stafford. Metcalf or Zeke Metcalf. Love this guy. Thank you, brother. Love you too. Allen Robinson or Robert Woods at wide receiver. We're gonna go Allen Robinson. I thought you were still 17. Sadly, not. I am now 23. I'm an old fuck, as they say. Not really all that old though, in reality. Jesus Christ. Is Leonard Fournette active and is he on a snap count? I think Leonard Fournette's playing. Let me check here. I have Leonard Fournette in about every lineup in DFS, so if you needed a parameter on how confident I am in someone, if I'm willing to put a lot of money on them, then yeah, I like them. Fournette played pretty good last week. They're saying he's questionable, but he's expected to play based on what I'm reading. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Kittle or Higbee? Let's go with Kittle. Pat Letty is active, but monitor. Yeah, I would definitely monitor him, obviously, but I would definitely play him. Starting Keenan Allen over Kirk or Curtis Samuel. The problem is you can't wait on Curtis Samuel, but you can wait on Kirk. I would just play Kirk and Curtis Samuel in that case. Because I like Kirk better than Curtis Samuel this week, anyways. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Until the very next day. Bump, 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 bump. And the duck walked up. Sorry. I've been listening to that song on repeat. It's a banger. Henderson, Lazard, or Pollard? Let's go with Henderson. I also don't want to get taken down off YouTube because I sound just like the kid. And he waddled away. Julio or Terry McLaurin? Let's go Terry. Thoughts on D. Smith this week? Also, do you think long-term about Rachaad White? Rachaad White has only value if Fournette goes down. And I like D. Smith. He's okay this week. You rock. Bills or Eagles? We're going with the Eagles defense. No way I'm playing the Bills defense against the Dolphins. Their defense is all hurt. It's not just because I like the Dolphins, because their whole defense is hurt. And he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. All right. One PPR, Juju or Terry. Let's go with Juju. Juju's more risky. Let's go Terry. Corvette. Next question. No more gritty. We do the waddle, yeah. The real homies do the waddle. Superflex. Gino or Trevor Lawrence? Let's go Trevor Lawrence. Drop one for a kicker. Bateman, London, Miles Sanders, Hopkins, Dobbins. Just drop Hopkins. You can pick him back up after the week. And he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Until the very next day. I have a lot of Cooper Kupp in my lineups this week. Big fan of my boy Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's just fucking nasty. Everyone already knew that, though. Yo, Nick. One running back. Pick one running back, two full PPR. We'll go with Dylan. Akers or Noah Brown? Akers. Should I start Judy and James Conner or more likely Stevenson, Rashad Penny? Well, you can wait for Penny. So I would just play Conner and Judy for now, and then you can throw in Stevenson if Conner doesn't play. But again, I think Penny's going to play. Conner's going to play. Cooper, cup of coffee. That's facts. I'm 60. You're 60, Rick? See, that's what's the nice thing about YouTube, you know? In most situations, a 23-year-old will not talk to a 60-year-old. But you guys are all super sick, you know? You guys are all cool. So shout out to Rick. Man, there's a lot of people here. It's crazy how different like where we are all from, right? For instance, like I'm from New Jersey. There's people that watch this stream like earlier we saw. People watching in fucking Brazil. There's people watching all over the world. It's very crazy to me. That like as just someone who makes videos on the internet that like people around the world watch. Like fucking Pitbull, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide. Fred. Need your help, Goff or Carr? I'm sitting Herbie. We'll go with Ka. Zeke or Damian Pierce? Pierce. Should I start Terry McLaurin or Mike Williams? I'd go Mike Williams. What do you think about trading away Zeke for T Law? If you need a quarterback, sure. Oh, the porn bots are here, guys. Chat 69. Get the fuck out of here, Chat 69. You fucking sicko. You sick fuck. This is a PG stream, guys. Don't you know? This is a PG stream. Sickos. Yeah, I banned the bot already. It shouldn't be in here anymore. Sickos, man. You hate to see that, guys. Sorry about that. Sutton, CD, Terry, or Kirk. Let's go, Sutton. Pittman or Kamara on the flex. Let's go Pittman. Those fucking sickos, guys. Half PPR. Who should I put in the flex? Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, or James Conner? I'm going Gabe Davis. Nick be faster than me with the hammer. It actually might be easier in StreamYard. You're obviously not in StreamYard with me, but so I can see all the questions in StreamYard. It's just like 2 clicks. It's like bang, bang. Whereas on fucking YouTube, they give you 50 options. It's like, oh, you want to mod this guy? You want to ban him? You want to give him a kiss? They ask you like 50 different fucking things. Whereas the most useful things are all hidden like within the thing. Brady or Goff? I'm going Goff. Hawkinson or Gerald Everett? We're going to go with Gerald Everett. Ertz or Goddard? Ertz. Is James Conner good to go? I think so. OJ Howard with the other tight ends inactive. I would play probably not Howard. Spock is speaking Spanish, I'm pretty sure, in the chat. Goff or Herbert? I'm gonna go Goff. Patterson or Robinson? Patterson. Livin Flemington. Go Niners. Go Niners, baby. Mooney or McLaurin? McLaurin. Mike Williams or Mike Thomas? Thomas. Full PPR. Higher ceiling. Henderson, Jacobs, A-Rob, Shepard. A-Rob is the highest ceiling, and so does Henderson. Superflex, Ryan or Russell? Russell. Yes. Agreed, Rock. Yes. How's Kendrick Bourne been playing? Kendrick Bourne seems like an interesting play this week in DFS. Got 2 lineups left to go. Terry or Hollywood? Hollywood. Let's go with Terry. All right. I'm not gonna put it because you're definitely writing something. Pendejo is definitely a bad word because I've heard it before. Bateman in PPR or J Rob? I go Bateman. Sutton or London? London. Cordero or DJ Moore? Let's go Cordero. I got Michael Carter and Damian Harris on the bench with Cordero Patterson, Javonte Williams starting. No, you should keep that. Drake London or Brown? Drake London. Keeper league, drop Kenneth Walker or Rashad White. I would drop White. Everett still a good option? Yes. Chiefs or Seahawks defense? Chiefs. Should I wait to see the Herbert news or play Goff? Look, if you're somewhat worried, you could just play Goff. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you have to play. That you have to wait, right? Because Goff plays at 1, correct? I think at least. And he waddled away. Waddle. I'm trying to find some teams that I like here. Thanks, bro. That one was tough. No problem. Sutton or London? I'd go Sutton. Waddle or Gibson? Waddle. Thanks, bro. Aguilar or Thielen, Mike Thomas or Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett. No, I'm going Mike Thomas, obviously. Stupid answer. Mike Thomas for sure. Ramondre has the chance of going up in value with this committee. Yeah, he does have chance of going up in value. I just don't value him right now. Josh, Julio Jones is dealing with a partially torn PCL in his knee, but it's not an injury that requires surgery. He's truly a game time decision tonight. Game time decision for him. Let me check my sleeper lineup real quick, make sure that's all good, and then put in my last DFS lineups before lock. Conklin or Irv Smith? We're gonna go with Irv Smith. Pitts or Thomas Pitts? Brady or Tua? Tua. Last one. Please choose 3. We're gonna go with the first 3. Gibson or Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones. Singletary, Dobbins or ETN? Dobbins. Pitts or Higbee? Pitts. Cowboys or Chiefs defense? We're gonna go with the boys. Stafford, Eckler. Yeah, your team looks really good. You have the right lineup in too. You have the right lineup in too. Play Williams or Hollywood. We're gonna go with Williams. Greg Dortch season, guys. Just so you're aware. Well, you're aware it's Dortch season. And he waddled away. Waddle. Till the very next day. Bum. Trying to answer as many questions as possible before we get out of here. Watching from Mexico. Love your videos. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much, man. Glad you guys all enjoyed today's stream. I'll be live again. I'm missing the Tuesday stream because I had to take off due to something in real life, but I'll be back Wednesday. But I'll have videos Monday. No videos Tuesday and Wednesday. Everything's coming back. Anyone on the way? Waddle. Everett or Knox? I'm going to go with... Oof, that's tough. I would go with Everett, I think. I like Knox more, but Knox is just incredibly risky at this point. Just incredibly risky. I don't want to get a Kirk Cousins lineup. We'll do this one. We're going to go with Everett. Man, I want Knox to be good, but we're going to have to go with Everett. We're just going to have to. We're just going to have to pray to the fantasy gods above that Everett has a good game. Over Knox. Even though I like Knox better, we're going to have to go with Everett. He's just safer. Hawkinson or Gesicki? Hawkinson for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just go with this lineup. Hawkinson. Burrow or Wentz? Let's go with Burrow over Wentz. I still feel pretty comfortable playing Burrow. Thank you guys for all the super chats, the donations, and everything today. It really means a lot to me. It helps us keep streaming. Streams are really fun for me as well. I know that it seems like everyone seems to like the streams, so I'm happy to do them all the time. Love talking to you guys. It's interesting because obviously when you comment, there's no real if you just leave a comment on the video, I do try to respond, but it's not as interactive. Here I'm actually talking to you, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna answer your question in a second, fam. First, I got you. I'm leaving you behind here. Fam first says Bateman or McLaurin. I'm gonna go with Bateman. I think McLaurin's pretty safe, but I would rather lean with Bateman. I think Bateman's gonna have the bigger game. So we're gonna go with Bateman. I like his matchup a decent amount. I feel he's pretty safe, and I just think the upside is there with him. So I want to go with Bateman. Trying to think if I should. I'm gonna start Kirk over Russell Wilson this week in my dynasty league. So yeah, I'm going with Bateman for sure. Fan first. Ayuk, Devontae Smith, or CH. Sundays are the best stream. I appreciate it. Keenan Allen is a go. I think he's going to play, but again, we won't know. Kamara or Aaron Jones? Kamara. Hurts or Lamar. Last one, if you had to choose 3. Gabe Davis, Keenan Allen. Let's go Gabe Davis, Keenan Allen, and Mike Thomas. Montgomery, London, or Garrett Wilson, London. J.K. Dobbins or A.J. Dillon. I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins. Making sure my lineup is set in all these leagues. Let's ride, baby. My lineups are all set. It's time to get fired up. Watch some fucking football. Have a great stream. Logan Thomas or Hawkinson, T. Higgins or Bateman, Tua or Wentz, Wentz. Am I nuts for thinking to bench Barkley for Kamara? That is a little crazy. Komet or Everett, Hawkinson or Ertz, and Brandon Cooks or Gibson, Cooks and Ertz. T. Higgins or Bateman? I would go with Bateman. Knox or Logan, Knox. Connor, Keenan or Wilson, Connor. T. Higgins or Bateman, Enjoy your Sunday, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. Barkley is healthier. I agree. Sorry I didn't get your answer. What should I start, Thielen or Aguilar? I would go with Thielen. Henderson or Garrett Wilson? We're going to go with Garrett Wilson. I appreciate you guys joining the stream today. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Tater Tot. I really appreciate it. Tater Toddy. Sorry, not Tater Tot. What an idiot this guy is. Can't even fucking read his screen. What a dummy. 7 hours of commercial-free football start now. Thank you guys for watching today's stream. I greatly appreciate it. Good luck to everyone. I really appreciate it. Everyone stopping by for the stream. All my friends are stopping by. We're going to watch these games together. Have a hell of a time. Go Dolphins. Fins by 50. Let's ride, baby. I'm going to hit the waddle real quick before I get out of here. I'm going to stand up and do the waddle. It's going to fuck up my green screen, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. You can see my Lightning McQueen plushie over there. Ka-chow. You're the man. Thank you. Curtis Samuel, Josh Jacobs, Curtis Samuel, Rogers or Cousins. Late one, please. Let's go with Gabe Davis, Hollywood Brown, Rashad Bateman. Hit that like button on the way out. Thank you for the content. Thank you. Thanks, Nick. Want to see the waddle popping off again. I hope so. Whoop, whoop. Let's go, baby. Super excited for these games today. The Dolphins need a win, man. My bank account depends on it. My bookie might have me in the street after this one if we lose. So let's go Dolphins, baby. Let me check my lineups in DFS. I believe. Yeah, I'm going to hit the waddle real quick for the stream. I love doing the waddle dance. If you guys follow me on Twitter, every time Waddle scores, I'll hit the waddle dance on Twitter. I did it last week too. And he waddled away. Waddle. Montgomery or Cooks? Let's go Cooks. Love the jokes, man. You're the best. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, let me make sure my lineups are all good here. Everyone's in. Everyone's in, baby. All right, the lineups are all set. Let me pull my fucking pants up so that my ass doesn't show on stream. Jesus. Let's hit the waddle real quick. Okay. Ooh. You can't even see it, so this is stupid. But we tried. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. I love all you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. We'll be back tomorrow with more videos. As always, good boy.